Okay, all right. This video is about the New World Order's plans and stuff like that. This is a very quick one, at least it might be. Now, do you know how like people say that the plan right now is regarding the New World Order is to bring down the countries of the world, at least the Western countries, slowly. That the elite, or I don't even like using that term, the New World Order people, they don't want to have a violent collapse. That they actually want it to be brought down so they actually have control. Okay? That's what I hear from at least one or more sources. Now, as you guys know, there are people, just like in anything in life, there is like you have a higher level of command and then you have a lower levels of command. Well, I think that the upper level of command, what their plan is they want the population, a certain amount of the population dead. Okay? And I don't really think they necessarily want a slow, if a slow bringing down of the economies would be nice, because I guess they can guide it along and have control. It makes me wonder whether or not, what will happen. Some people will say, well, what happens if it becomes like a Mad Max thing? The only way I think it'd become a Mad Max thing is somehow or another the nukes get out of control. Okay? But some people might say, well, even that would be planned. It would just be some people going crazy and just saying, you know what, we don't have control anymore, so we're going to launch. But it was still, those actions would still be under control by these certain people when they launch. I sit here and I've thought about this, and I'm thinking a slow collapse, bring it down, drag it out. I really don't know exactly what's going to happen with all this. I look at this. I guess I'll gather more information as I go along, but I'm just going to say what I feel. Okay, so that way I don't. I just use a gut feeling, and I know what I know about what people have said and stuff like this. But the way I look at it, unless some changes are done in order to bring the American people in control of their own country, and other people in other countries to be in charge of their countries, if that doesn't happen, at least in America, I think that the control is going to be definitely challenged by the people in the forms of rebellion, in forms of riots, and the control of the New World Order is going to be in question to them. And it's a possibility to an extent. I hate to say they will lose control. I think some of these people on the upper level are thinking this: if we lose control, we're going to kill as many as we can, and that would be done through nukes. That's what or viruses or something. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I just don't believe the hype. I just don't believe it. There's the plan that what I get out of it. Lindsey Williams has been told. If I'm correct, many things have been postponed. They are still going along, but things are not happening as he's told information by some people, and the plans change. Okay, so therefore, and I don't think he's told by the people who are actually making these decisions. He's told by people who hear what is planned. But I'm glad he's told, okay? I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying, these people who are making these decisions are probably very, very unhappy. Are probably rather scared right now, or rather terrified. Probably have who knows how many guards around where they stay. And the people who are in contact with these people, their assistants, you might say, are looking at, sometimes probably sitting in bed sometimes at night thinking, these people we're working with are insane. I think all I can say right now, with what I know, is that the game is still left to be played. It's like you're in a chess game, or you're in a game of Risk, and you don't know. Things aren't really set to where they're going to go yet. It's similar to playing a game like that. The game is much larger. It doesn't have the same rules as Risk and chess or something like that. The problem with all this is that people that are, I guess the best way to say it is that it's rather a complex and changing game. And it's kind of hard. I don't really like going into the thoughts of how the people, I think I can feel how the people I can pick up, you might say, how the people are feeling who are trying to destroy the world. I can pick up how they feel or something like that. I can do that with a lot of people, I guess. And I sit here and think this, and I'm thinking, they'll do whatever they have to do. The game's left unplayed, and I think the best way, my concern is that these guys, if they go mad, they'll do anything they can to crush the enemies that they feel are their enemies. And the best thing to do with these people in that situation is just, I don't know. I mean, tie them up somewhere and put padded pillows around them so they don't kill themselves or something. I don't know. And maybe after a year or two, they'll stop screaming or something. It's quite an interesting thing. It's quite a interesting thing to study and to see how a whole planet can be, the major items of that planet can be manipulated and influenced and planned. North Korea, for example, is just a thing that is being kept alive because it could have use to these people. I mean, anything, obviously, as you know, that would go against their plans and stopping their plans needs to be, it's actually on, they're looking for a way to handle it, such as, I guess, Iran, Russia, and China, and North Korea. That one's already handled, but they're not willing to go ahead with it yet. I know what they're going to do with that place if they get their way with that, if they have to, unless the North Korea submits.